And 3.9 last year?
3.9 on the way to 5.
3 million, yep, on the way to 5 million this year. Okay, and started the firm in 2017. So we, like many of you, I'm sure, have people that come into your pipeline. They're what I call tire kicking. I don't know. I'm just looking for information, blah, 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 blah. So what we did was we had our intake team, our sales team write down what are these questions that these people are asking, and then they're leaving and saying, I need to think about it. So that's what we did. So we built a course to then be able to give folks that are still thinking about it. So not just a pipeline of drips and phone calls and follow-ups and all those things, but actually some stuff. So this is very cheaply done right now because it's still an incubator stage, if you will. This is our first test. So shot on an iPad in the office, various ones of our attorneys producing things. I'll go a little bit bigger so you don't have to see the whole screen. So just an introduction to the course by me, and then some discussion with one of our lawyers about really, you've got to think about what do you want? Where are you now? Where do you want to be? The whole sales conversation. Things that people tell us all the time, like, I don't know who to talk to about this. I don't know who I should talk to about this, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Telling them what to look at when picking a lawyer, even us, et cetera, and going on and going on and going on. So the real question, Becky, to get to stats, do's and don'ts of divorce, kind of like Catherine has and other things. We have had 6 people we can definitively attribute came into our pipeline from getting driven to this page from a PPC ad, which we're spending like $20 a month on those ads. Not very big spend at all, because really we're just test right now. We can attribute 6 additional people who were already in our pipeline that we sent this to this year who said, oh, that course kind of sold the deal for me. I do need to move forward. I am stuck and nothing changes nothing. We need to move forward.
Average case value.
Average case value, 12,500.
So 12 times 12 is $144,000.
Yep.
Average case value is $12,000, and you got 12. You can already directly attribute 12 to this. It's $144,000 in revenue.
Yes.
With a gross profit margin of
not very good right now, about 10-15%.
No, gross profit. Not
gross, the other way, 85.
85%.
Mm-hmm.
So 85% of $144,000 is $144,000 times 0.85. So roughly $120,000 of gross profit at a cost of how much so far?
What it cost internally to produce with the existing team, their time, and not much. We're already paying them. Roughly the ad spend that's been about $200 over the course of the last 10 months or so.
So basically $100,000 of pure profit.
Yeah. Yeah. And dealing with the questions that they call back and ask.
So far.
Plus the bandwidth we opened up for intake, because these are the folks that call back and say, well, I just had one more quick question, or I just had one more thing I wanted to ask, or do you have any resources on this or this or that or the other? These are all video courses. They're also transcribed, so you can read if you prefer. They are, most all chapters have a handout with them as well that they can take away. Like on the organizing, where we go? On gathering and organizing documents here, there's a handout there that says, like, no matter what you decide, you should get your life in order, like you did in a PPM call probably 2 or 3 years ago now, getting your house in order kind of thing. Here's how to organize. Here's what to get together. If you stay in your marriage, you don't stay in your marriage, this is going to help you everywhere in your life to get these documents organized.
And they can just do the chapters that
Here.
are relevant.
Speak.
They can just do the chapters that are relevant to them. So like if they don't have kids, they can skip the kid parts. And our marketing director has been calling people that have made it through some of the course but stopped early to see, like, you know, what made you not to finish it? What made you, you know, not decide to make an appointment if this was relevant, kind of thing. She's kind of gathering more information so we can do better with the next version.
Yeah, so that's the thing. It's behind a gate. So it's run by Kajabi on the gate, so we can check all of this stuff and see where they fell out. Did they actually start taking the course after they signed up for it? So 900 people have signed up for it. Only 200 have actually started the course. So that's a gatekeeper / issue that we're working on, and our marketing person, who also has to sell, or John, your marketing people need to be able to sell, is the one making these phone calls going, oh, I saw you signed up for this course. What made you sign up for it? Blah, 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 blah. Well, you haven't started it. Are you having a technical issue? Are you having a problem? Are you having this? Are you having that? How can we help you get started?
Are those calls part of the part of the 12 that you attribute?
Are you moving the screen? I'm sorry, what?
Are the 12, Rich, we already determined they made $100,000 profit so far. Yeah. My question is, those calls
Mhm.
that your marketing person is making, right?
2 of the 12 are from, we can attribute to her following up.
2 of the 12 is from them following up. So
Yes.
that's $24,000 of gross revenue at 85% profit margin, just because they had someone making, how many calls did it take to get those 2?
Those particular 2, only 1 call, because when she
No.
called
I
them to
mean,
make
how
the
many
appointment,
calls total?
has Mackenzie made?
How many rocks had to get turned over before we found those 2 under the rocks?
She's only made 100 calls so far. And
So
not,
100 calls produced $24,000 in gross revenue.
and
Is
she's
what
not
I'm getting.
connected with all 100 of those people. She's had 100 reach outs, not all connections. She had 45 connections so far.
So 45 connections produced $24,000. The point I'm making is it's a hugely great ROI.
Yes,
Fantastic.
indeed. And I have nothing else to share on that.